Right, what we doing?
Basically,
Yeah.
I had this throwaway on. Now they buzzed it up basically because when the bloke come to fit it, they should have sent that.
Yeah.
With that on the end there.
Yep.
But what he did, because they sent that, what he said, he wired that up to there.
Okay.
But he said, but when they come and when they send that out, you'll have to put that as, because that's basically the thermostat.
Yeah.
The thermostat's been isolated, so that's just a wireless thing now.
Yeah.
But then that is going to be wired up to that.
Okay.
Now, TADO have been good enough to send all the instructions and say you've got to ignore them too, because that's already been done. Now, to wire the wireless receiver, there's 3 different versions. There's that, and that. It says what you've got to do is you've got to do it for the combi boiler, which is that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But when I took that off and looked behind there, but there's that many wires behind there, I hadn't got a fucking clue. Well, you know, I thought, now there's probably some that are redundant because the old wiring's there, because I rewired the flat years ago.
Yeah.
So probably you'll have fucking know more about it than me.
Oh, nosy breath.
So, but the reason they send that, because that's if you have to start from scratch and wire it from the boiler. But obviously, because the wiring's already there.
Okay.
But he said to me, he said, oh, you've only got to put 3 or 4 wires into that and it's job done, like, you know.
It is, it's just a matter of working out what's what and what goes where. So, we'll work out what's what. That ain't a problem. We'll sort it.
Yeah, I say.
Who come out yesterday?
I don't know what the firm was. He just, I found him up. It was like 24-hour thing, like. And he come out and he said,
Was he a gas engineer or electrician?
Electrician. Yeah. Electrician kid.
Yeah.
And he just looked at it and he went, oh, I can't mess with that. He said, I mess with that. He said, you need a plumbing gas engineer like for that.
I like it. You need a plumber to join wires together.
Yeah, well, I said it's electric. He said, yeah, but it's like, he said, it's a bit more, he said, it's out of my scope, that is it. I said, well, why did you profess to come out and do it? He said, why did you bother coming out then? And he said, well, don't know, that's all I got here, did I? And I said, well, you better leave it then, I'll get somebody else to come out. So, ain't you?
You're going to have, coming from the boiler, is live, neutral and earth, which are going to be self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Like, then you're going to have 2 other wires, which is going to be like a common coming out, and a switch going back to the boiler.
Right.
And that's all it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I read something on there, it said something about once you have done it, you have to
run for the hills and let the customer work it out himself.
You have to configure it, because it says the wireless receiver is configured by default to a fully pumped test plan. But it explains you've got to press some buttons or something on the top.
We'll sort it, sort it.
No,
Alright.
mate.
Alright.
I'm going to keep interfering.
Right.
Local.
Yeah, can you tell by my accent?
Yeah, well.
Right, well, I'll put this on YouTube and people will be going, what are these pair on about? We ain't got a clue what they're on about.
They're local ones down there, like.
Birchall's, mate.
Oh, Birchall's.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Somebody's got to live there.
I saw now a few lads off the Birchall. Well, I went down the road. Check out Max down the road.
Yeah. Okay, so we just knock the power off, pull the wires out the box. And that's what we've got. So we're just going to test that. That's obviously our live neutral there, so it looks like we've got a live wire that's just been left hanging out.
Pull the door to him, should I make a phone call, alright?
No problem. I would imagine that one of these here. What threw me just was there was no power into it. I didn't realise it was off at the fuse board.
Yeah.
Let's just see if that's picked up. Yeah, I didn't realise it was off at the fuse board, and I was checking this and there was no power in there.
Ah, right.
So these are all the wires that have been left just pushed in there.
Yeah.
That wire there is live. So that was just stuck in the back of the box, pushing up against that metal there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I ain't changed nothing on that, that's just how I've pulled everything out. You've got a live wire. So that, as a minimum, should have been taken out of there so it can't make contact with anything else, you know what I mean? Because potentially that old box was being made live.
Ah, right.
So now we've got power. Looking at what we've got. I'm going to guess that this is the power coming from the ring main, the grey one. The white one will be the wire going back to the boiler. So these grey and this black one here will be my 2 switches back for the thermostat that I need then.
Right.
So I'm guessing that one is the... Okay, so we was just testing all the wires in the back of the little junction box we found. And we've not got a switch live coming out the boiler. So we've just dropped the case off to have a look. So where they've wired this, they've not utilised the live supply. So how you can wire this really is live supply out, which will generally go to number 1 in the back of your programmer. And live return is normally number 3, I think it is, which brings the switch live back. So what they've done is they've not bothered using the live supply. So in the back of the junction box of the programmer, they're putting a link between the live in and the common, which would be number 1 inside, and that's how they're generating a 240 switch to send it back to the boiler. So in theory, there's nothing stopping me connecting this black wire and utilising that into my live supply, which I personally prefer to do that because it's easy than putting loads of links in the back of programmers. So we're going to cut that, put that in there, and we'll just test continuity, make sure we've got the right wires. Okay, so we're just going to test the continuity. So we've just twisted the black and the grey together, so we've created a circuit at one end. And we go back to the boiler. I'm going to put my probes between that black wire and that grey wire there. If that gives me continuity, we know beyond doubt that those are the 2 wires that I want to be working with. Okay, so probe on that. Okay. Okay. The reason that's not giving me continuity, they've not stripped the wire back inside there. Okay. We've now got continuity, so we know that those are our wires. Okay. Let's get that cut back a bit further. neutral, live, common, and switch live back, and the earth. That's pretty standard wiring for most RF stats, most smart stats. There we go. I'm just going to put some power back on and test some voltages. Okay. Okay, so we have no demand at the minute. No voltage, low supply out. Now created a demand. There we go. There's that switch light coming back.
With British Gas, was over with arm serve last year.
Best of luck there, mate.
But when he come out.